We're going to find out what's happening in game number 3 because it's getting underway right now. Both of these players hunting for an advantage in this match, and I can tell you what, falling down and needing 2 straight, not going to be where these players want to be.
Yeah, this match right here, this game, so important.
Oh, look at this. Zalae, he's going to get Frothy there with him. And Muzzy's hand, you know, the fact we've seen shield block in his Grim Patron Warrior yet. It's not an impossibility that he's swapped to Control Warrior at all.
Yeah, there's still a chance that this is could be Control Warrior, but you got to believe that this is possibly a mirror match, but maybe the long con is in for Muzzy here.
That's a possibility. And opening hand still doesn't give us any insight. Big Game Hunter, I feel like, does, though. This is Control Warrior.
Yeah, now the thing I'm interested in is, unless you really think that Zalae is going to move to handlock to counteract that's why there's a big Game Hunter here. He thinks Zalae is going to move into handlock to counteract, you know, him playing Grim Patron.
We saw this from Dog too. Dog trying to walk players into queuing up the right decks and countering it. Ecup did a beautiful job of going one step ahead of that, and Muzzy, you know, kind of preparing for that step as well, knowing that rather than just, you know, going and trying to counter that in general, does want to have game against Patron, but also wants to have game against handlock.
Yeah, super fast game here, just armor ups back and forth all the turns. Nobody's going to do anything. You got to believe Zalae's just going to hold on and just Emperor Thor's on here as soon as possible.
Yeah, he's just going to be biding his time, looking to draw cards, and then waiting until he can get one gigantic turn to try to wipe out Muzzy. But Muzzy, in the meantime, just going to build armor.
Yep, just trying to get a big enough life total.
Yep. Does he swing with his axe? Is he concerned with shredding armor?
From Zalae, not so sure that's actually, you know, a thing you need to be doing. Now, Zalae, this is the first time he's had a chance to really do anything. Does he want to develop a Fiery War Axe? And then does he think he needs to start shredding armor?
Well, I expect him to take his time. That's always the first step. Concentrate hard and find the right lines of play. These little things make a big difference. You know, you say you do 4 or 5 little things a game, that adds up to something big at the end.
Yeah, it's another player that went to Life Coach's boot camp early in his Hearthstone career.
He's not the only player that plays slow Tannen.
He is the poster boy for it, though.
Shieldblade matted. Looking good on Muzzy's side. He has a lot of ways to keep his board very, you know, resilient, pick up extra cards, continue to work towards that late game.
Yeah, start to actually get a little aggressive here as well, too. You know, set up some real threats to play here against Zalae.
Yeah, I think the big story is that he wants more options.
Yeah, you just want to get as deep into your deck as possible. You need all the answers here in this match.
And now this is really the first time that Zalae has had some major decisions in front of him. How good is Emperor Thor's on this spot? I feel like he just wants to dig more.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't, you know, the greatest Emperor Thor's on hand I've ever seen. You know, he's got a bunch of slams in it. You know, he's got this inner rage. It's not going to do much, but he might have to do this just to get some of the pressure off of him from Muzzy. Nah, he's just actually going to go with Acolyte Pain here, an unstable goal. Yeah, he's going to dig deeper into the deck.
Can't blame him whatsoever. Takes out opponent's Acolyte of Pain. Does start forcing a little bit of action from Muzzy. You know, I think he's looking pretty darn good in this match to get this job done. But Muzzy, he's just going to look at his hand. I mean, this guy's going to be getting so much armor this game.
I mean, he's going to get to the point where Zalae needs to Frothing Berserker to take care of him here.
It's what he does best, though. He just gets frothy. He said himself, loves getting frothy. He's hunting down, I think, Warsong Commander, 2 Frothing Berserkers, and the big burst afterwards.
Yeah, that's going to be that's what he's looking to do, and that's why he's going to hold on to this Emperor. He's trying to set up for that kind of turn.
Games have been so tough tonight between players. Just these little decisions that mean big things, but they're subtle. You know, they're not clean cut, and it's not apparent where players should be going with their ideas.
Yeah, almost
going to try to burn a card here.
Yeah, almost no one has just been getting, you know, stomped here in these games.
Well, if he doesn't burn a Frothing Berserker or Warsong Commander, he may have regret this.
I actually don't mind this from Muzzy. It's, you know, it's a high risk, high reward situation. You can burn the right card here, so they could have a hard time winning.
Yeah, well, Execute's an important card, but it's not the one he wanted to burn.
Now, when you have Emperor Thor's on and you have 10 cards in your hand, that's usually a pretty good time to do it.
Yeah, still wants that Warsong Commander, though.
Yeah, but now he's picked up Frothing Berserker. You know, he's got a Grim Patron. He has an Acolyte. He has a Slam. It's, again, not the greatest one I've ever seen, but it's hard to pass this up.
Yeah, it's too hard for him to pass up. Why not? You know, if anything else, he can just use this to keep drawing cards and maybe find the right position for it. Again, I think a big factor here is that he does have at least 1 copy of Frothing Berserker or Song Commander in his hand, and he needs that little bit of extra mana to get that final push.
Plus, you know, there's something to be said about just making Muzzy deal with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's gonna look for shield slam. Doesn't find it and is gonna have to. Actually, doesn't even have a way to kill the Emperor Thors on this turn. This is actually a disaster.
Yeah, this is looking rough.
You know, the fact that Muzzy tried to force a burn here, this is coming back to haunt him a little bit. He would have had Cruel Taskmaster, Big Game Hunter on this Emperor Thors on. Instead, he's giving Zalae a second trigger.
Yeah, he's gonna give Zalae a second trigger here, and now his Big Game Hunter might just be dead for the rest of the game as well.
This is bad news for Muzzy. And Zalae has to be. Lol, you saw it? Did you see Zalae's eyebrow when it went to his turn? This is bad news for Muzzy.
Yeah, there's no way Zalae can like kill him this turn, but I really believe that Zalae's gonna do something pretty aggressive this turn. He's got to start getting something going. You know, you may start developing this Death Spite and swing for 9 here. He may Acolyte of Pain and slam his own Acolyte of Pain to get even deeper into his deck, just to make sure that he can just cast everything.
Plus, he's gotten 5 damage out of the Emperor already, and he's going to get 5 more. In addition to dealing 10 damage, Emperor's getting 2 triggers, and look at how dangerous his hand is getting.
Oh man, he's even got a Battle Rage here if he somehow runs out of cards, which I don't know how he's going to run out of cards. He's just got all of them. Still hasn't found War Song Commander.
He may actually just end up coining here.
Yeah, just to get it out of his hand. I fully expect the Death Spite at least as well. He may just, you know, coin and armor up. Because he's probably going to Battle Rage at some point in time in this game, and you know, looking for War Song Commander.
Yeah, he's got a coin. Can't afford to burn a War Song Commander right now.
Yeah, that's actually just a disaster.
He's even considering not armoring up.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to make this Battle Rage for an extra card here, I think.
Yep. Yeah, if his opponent plays Sludge Belcher here, he can attack, and that will trigger at least some life total so he can start using it that way. Muzzy's taking 15 from Emperor Thors on now.
And that card is so good.
Doing so much work in this game, and Zalae's hand, it's just missing one piece. If he picks up War Song Commander, the game is basically over. I mean, this has to be enough here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He is a mana short of actually playing both Frothing Berserkers and a Grim Patron this turn. But does he have enough damage afterwards? You know, this is just a matter of calculation. He's got 3 Whirlwind effects. Plus an Inner Rage.
Yeah, he has to be careful because he can never put his War Song Commander into play and not kill Muzzy. He can't, you know, let Muzzy kill his War Song Commander, because then, you know, he's back to the same situation that he was before, and Muzzy is still alive, and he knows that Muzzy can recover very well from going low. You know, he has cards like Alexstrasza and Shield Maiden.
Yeah, I'm just going to cycle, take his time. Understands that turn 9 is really his big turn. He's going to have War Song Commander, 2 Frothing Berserkers, Grim Patron, Inner Rage, and multiple Whirlwind effects. Like, what more can you possibly ask for?
He's just going to cycle again.
He's got Shield Block in his deck.
Cycle again.
Seems to be the theme of the day.
Probably going to cast it. Yep. Just looking for, you know, the last piece of the puzzle, an extra War Song Commander. You know, just getting through the entire deck, make sure he can do everything that he needs to do in one turn.
Yeah, even gems away from
even
one
gets
damage.
in the 1, suffer, and just get him.
Muzzy, I just, you know, I feel for him this game, but I'm not sure he's getting out of this one. You know, he can play Sludge Belcher and back it with Armor Smith, but that adds more damage to the board as well. You know, you're getting life from the Whirlwind effects, but it's being effectively negated by 1 Frothing Berserker.
Yeah, if you play the second one, it's actually, you know, gaining him damage.
Yep. Has to take out Acolyte of Pain. And just, again, a tough turn. You know, this is a spot where Muzzy feels like he just doesn't even want to put a minion on the board. He knows what's coming.
Yeah, I mean, look at Muzzy. You can see that he's running his hands through his hair. He's just like, what can I even do?
Yep, this is gonna, I'm pretty darn sure this spells the end for him.
I'm sure Zalae has done all the math.
Yeah, he's done all the math quite literally thousands of times before. Both executes get burned this game. And look at this, just rolling with it. This game, we're going to game number 4, boys, and Zalae's gonna have a 2-1 lead. Yep. This deck's silly.
Oh, Grim Patron, you're so silly.
Oh, Grim Patron, you're so funny.
All right.
It's not even everyone's getting in here yet. It's just, you know, a couple guys are getting in here, sure, but.
And now the board will be full, and then he's gonna Whirlwind, and Muzzy's gonna.
He's gonna wish he wasn't in this spot.
Yeah, Zalae's getting frothy.
Gosh, gosh, so much
Two
damage.
more whirlwind effects here.
I mean, look at what's happening. This is so unfair.
Yeah, the thing is, Zalae actually has to wait for a little while to make sure the Grim Patriots come into play here as well. So it is going to take time, but he's going to get everything queued up in time here.
Yeah, he's not too worried.
He's already at lethal here.
Yep. Just way too much.
These are going to be over 20 after this. So.
Oh my gosh. How is this okay? This is not okay. This is not fair. You just die. You're like, well, I didn't kill you. I lost.
Hold on, I want to see how much damage this is. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, but he's got it all queued up too.
Yeah, he wants one of them to be lethal. He doesn't even get to attack with the second one. Jeez, this deck is good.
So gross. Just why not? Getting frothy. That's the name of the game for Zalae. 2-1 over Muzzy here. This deck's so, I keep saying it over and over again, but this is so gross. I mean, look, how on earth do you beat this turn? Like, you can't. You have to beat this deck in the setup phase of the game, because once it gets to this point, you're not going to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't let him get to this situation. You can't let him just, get everything they need. You need to be applying pressure so they can't just wait and wait and wait. Emperor Thorson, all right, kill you next turn.